Human DNA functions as a biological archive, recording countless millennia of brutal survival and adaptation. For thousands of generations, the human physical form evolved specifically to conquer incredibly harsh stressors. Modern science reveals that through epigenetics, dormant genes actually require exposure to extreme environmental friction. This crucial biological mechanism, known as hormesis, strictly demands stress to activate optimal genetic health. Today, the modern environment of constant, uninterrupted physical comfort creates a massive evolutionary biological mismatch. Eliminating all intense physical labor and dangerous combat leaves peak human cognitive potential totally locked. To unlock absolute peak resilience, I must deeply examine the elite warrior cultures of history. Understanding how history's most lethal fighters trained and thought reveals true human capacity. By studying the absolute highest performers, I can intentionally engineer modern biological supremacy. The ancient Spartans, Vikings, and samurai utilized intense environmental conditioning to forge truly unbreakable bodies. By deliberately reintroducing these precise ancient stressors, I can actively reactivate deeply dormant survival genes. Replicating this extreme conditioning allows any modern athlete to build absolute ancestral psychological resilience today. Stripping away modern Hollywood myths reveals the Spartan agoge as a brutal, state-sponsored system. This elite educational protocol forced new warrior recruits into highly deliberate, chronic caloric restriction daily. Starving the body intentionally built immense metabolic resilience, serving as an incredibly potent epigenetic trigger. Wearing merely one single thin cloak per year forced ultimate psychological hardening against freezing winters. This relentless thermal stress forced the central nervous system to adapt to extreme suffering. Their primary daily sustenance was a dark, incredibly nutrient-dense stew simply called black broth. Boiling heavily salted pork, animal blood, and raw vinegar delivered incredibly bioavailable muscle-building iron. On the chaotic battlefield, Spartan hoplites prioritized an intense formation tactic known as the othismos. Executing the push of shields demanded absolute collective, structural integrity over individual, striking weapon skills. Fighting shoulder to shoulder required maintaining an unbreakable defensive infantry block called the Phalanx. Wearing up to 70 pounds of thick bronze armor demanded incredibly elite isometric muscular endurance. Bracing a massive 15-pound wooden shield against crushing forward pressure requires absolute spine stabilization. Holding this extreme kinetic tension forces intense bilateral activation deeply throughout the entire human core. Today, adopting this exact biomechanical demand requires intense locomotive training, like modern heavy backpack rucking. Modern elite fitness routines perfectly replicate Spartan isometric holds through the incredibly heavy bilateral carry. Advanced electromyography studies confirm these brutal heavy carries produce massive bilateral spinal erector muscle activation. Incorporating these locomotive holds precisely mimics the absolute core bracing stamina of an ancient hoplite. The incredibly feared Norse Vikings never trained inside neatly structured or formally organized indoor gyms. Their absolutely formidable physical strength was forged exclusively through relentlessly heavy, grueling daily manual labor. Repeatedly felling massive hardwood trees and pulling heavy wooden oars generated extreme functional upper body strength. Osteological analysis of ancient Viking skeletal remains displays incredibly severe musculoskeletal physical stress marker formations. These distinct skeletal deformations indicate a brutal lifetime of heavy, repetitive mechanical upper body loading. For actual combat training, they rigorously practiced an intense, upright wrestling sport historically called glima. This violent grappling built explosive hip power and the absolute core stability needed for survival. Staying perfectly grounded during a chaotic shield wall clash demanded elite lower body anchoring power. Their daily dietary fuel primarily featured incredibly dense marine fats, highly rich in omega-3. Consuming complex carbohydrates, Fermented dairy, like skyr, and wild Arctic berries fueled massive energy reserves. Crucially, these warriors heavily utilized highly potent, early performance-enhancing botanicals before violently brutal raids. Ingesting potent botanical roots delivered a powerful Arctic adaptogen, historically proven to aggressively blunt cortisol. Delaying central nervous system exhaustion massively increased biological resilience against the brutally freezing ocean conditions. Modern functional fitness rapidly adopted this historical Viking methodology through grueling outdoor strongman conditioning routines. Replicating awkward, strictly real-world lifting requires intensely grueling movements, like the heavy suitcase carry. Carrying a severely uneven, incredibly heavy load perfectly mimics ancient functional heavy labor mechanics. Research overwhelmingly proves that intense ipsilateral core activation heavily engages the vital gluteus medius muscles. Unlike the heavily armored, blunt force impact of Spartan infantry, ancient samurai demanded absolute precision. Lethal combat utilizing the katana sword heavily required incredibly explosive, perfectly timed muscular kinetic linking. Transferring massive rotational power directly from the solid ground up through the core requires mastery. To forcefully forge immense mental toughness, elite swordsmen rigorously practiced cold conditioning rituals called Misogi. Meditating completely motionless directly under freezing waterfalls violently shocked their sympathetic nervous systems daily. By deeply integrating Zen Buddhism, the lethal samurai rigorously practiced seated meditation known as Zazen. This intensely rigorous mental conditioning represented an incredibly ancient form of autonomic nervous system biofeedback, focusing entirely on incredibly slow, deep diaphragmatic exhalations, consciously manipulated human internal biological states. This incredibly deliberate breathing pattern actively stimulated the vagus nerve to rapidly suppress sheer panic. Shifting perfectly out of an adrenaline-fueled sympathetic state allowed absolute parasympathetic nervous system dominance. Maintaining this profound biological calm allowed absolute maximum cognitive clarity and elite visual target tracking. Today, reflecting this brutally explosive sword striking requires rigorous HIIT combat sports training. Rapid interval training simultaneously builds massive aerobic capacity and highly explosive anaerobic lactic striking power. More importantly, modern tactical athletes have successfully adopted Samurai Zen biofeedback directly through modern technology. Wearing advanced digital sensors perfectly monitors minute fluctuations in daily human heart rate variability. By tracking HRV data, modern athletes deliberately maintain exactly 6 slow breaths per minute. This completely conscious control permanently hacks the vital vagus nerve, just like a meditating samurai. Elite modern tactical military units directly adapt these deeply historical frameworks into active combat training. The rigorous MCMAP belt system explicitly integrates severe physical and mental disciplines. This advanced modern program actively studies the ancient martial cultures of both Spartans and samurai. Building the highly ethical modern warrior firmly requires learning to aggressively fight under extreme fatigue. Seamlessly combining lethal kinetic strikes, dominant grappling, and advanced weapon defenses demands absolute mastery. By looking closely at the distant past, I am absolutely no longer just guessing about performance. Synthesizing ancient history and modern data completely eliminates total uncertainty regarding absolute optimal human conditioning. I aggressively combine deliberate morning cold plunges alongside incredibly potent natural adaptogenic herbal root supplements. Integrating incredibly heavy bilateral loaded carries ensures total foundational core strength and extreme postural integrity. Rigorous weekly HIIT directly optimizes vital cellular mitochondrial respiratory efficiency. Precise daily HRV tracking accurately measures exact autonomic nervous system recovery status, replicating the exact biological conditions that made my deep ancestors truly elite requires absolute discipline. Merging incredibly ancient survival mechanics seamlessly alongside rapidly advancing modern sports science yields incredible power. Through highly deliberate environmental exposure, I am actively reprogramming my literal DNA for extreme survival. This intense modern application successfully resurrects the absolute physical and psychological resilience of ancient warriors. The ultimate historic genetic blueprint entirely belongs to those constantly willing to endlessly suffer today. Unlocking this deeply primal capacity definitively proves that optimal modern health absolutely requires ancient adversity. Embracing this rigorous ancestral lifestyle fundamentally transforms a completely soft modern body into unyielding iron. Stay raw by nature, rebuilt by design.